What's up? This afternoon, walking hat Erica. Happy Ninja Services to you. Happy Monday. Happy Content Creator Day. What's up, you guys? It's your girl Erica from the Classic Clown blog, coming to you after a long, hot 100-degree day from Texas. And this is a video, Wartime CEO, I think number 3. I talk about, are you providing $50,000 worth of service? And we talk about staff and content creation. Now, he did a great video today. Again, All Things Real did a video. Yes, I'm slightly responding to that, and I'm adding on to it. He talked about how real estate agents, builders are now, forcing their workers to do videos on these builds, right? These new constructions. Now, let's just go there. About 2 years ago, all the agents that were new to town would go around. They came to Texas and Florida, and they would film these houses and use drone footage. And it was so, wow, that's so awesome. And people would be signing up with these agents, and these agents would be closing, even though they were brand new to the city, brand new to the builds, brand new to the area. Okay. And when people realize, man, this little internet YouTube real estate agent is closing 6 figures a year and run around and getting a bunch of young people to film content for them. They weren't even always the person at the house. People slowly started to put rules in place. Prime example, here in Austin, if you have to call the agent who listed the house to let them know you're coming to film, and you can't tag their house, and you can't do this and that. It's absolutely silly, because guess what? Agents are going to do it anyway. But it took agents who had a little bit extra hunger, who were willing to do it, is why they did it. Right. So let's just go there for a second. And welcome to the channel. Drop your city state in the chat as you can. Now, one thing he said in the video about the real estate agents, that parts were correct. Secondly, there's a banker at Wells Fargo that is basically posting content, whether on LinkedIn, whether on job boards, other places. That's what they're going to have to do. They don't realize that's what they're going to have to do, but that's what they're going to have to do. A lot of people come online and they say they need to make $70, $80, $100,000, but they don't even have the work ethic to do that. They don't have the skills or the work ethic. Prime example, I'm using a couple different creators to close the loop on a few projects. And I test them with small things, flyers, video clips, and all that other stuff, and also stuff for the other company I'm working on. And I look how long it takes them to do the small things. And it makes them lose out on the big projects because they take so long to do the small things. How you do one thing is how you do everything. If you think doing flyers or doing this research is something small and it's not really that great, it's only, $500, so what? I'm going to take my time getting content and things back to you. Then I'll never use you for a $5,000, $10,000 project, because I've done that before. I've spent $20,000, $30,000 with different video guys, editor guys, and didn't get the stuff on time, didn't get it back in a timely manner, didn't get a lot of things going how they should have went. So what's going to happen is a lot of these people are going to start moving. They move to the agency model, and now they're going to move to the hiring model, right? And I'm gonna explain it to you this way. Prime example, okay? Content creator. People are like, Erica, that you guys, you content creators, you course sellers. And I just laugh because I'm just scrolling down right now. There's a thing called Become a Walmart Creator. Create content, earn money. Walmart is hiring you. Now, remember a couple years ago, Walmart was giving people $50,000 to do videos for them on YouTube and put posts up on your page, at least 10. And that was to the family channels. Okay. So families were eating. This is when you started watching all these husbands retire from their work because they had a Walmart commercial all of a sudden. That's because Walmart was kicking out $50,000. Now Walmart has gotten hip to the game, and Walmart is like, yo, let me just straight up hire y'all. Okay. That's the actual job. All right. Here's another one. Infinite Recovery. They're paying them $20 to $30 an hour here in Cedar Park. NCAA content creator. Let me say that again. NCAA content creator by Flow Sports. Content creator out of a holdings company. $56,000 to $84,000 a year, full time. Okay, let me keep going. Content creator, Estelle Collection. TikTok content creator, Sugarland. Content creator, The Upper Room. Social media manager and content creator. Right? This person's hiring $12 an hour. They ain't gonna get many good pulls. They're gonna get some bad ones. They're gonna move that money up. Content creator, CK Services in Arlington. Social media content for Instagram, Upwork, anywhere. Right? Now, why am I bringing this up? Content creator, video, Puma. Yeah, you know, Puma, the company. Let me keep going. Content creator influencer, FUD, which is FUD. Lamington Company, social media creator. All right, here's another one. King's University, digital content creator. TikTok social media creator, content creator. Keller Williams Heritage, this is the luxury home edition. Director of marketing, content creator. Content creator, AI prompting and automation. Let me keep going. I'm going to get a better one. Auto Group, social media content creator. Summit Church, digital content creator. Marketing Content Motors. All right. Break Check. Yeah, even Break Check needs content creators. Let me keep going. And the reason I'm going over this is because a lot of people think this is some side hustle, goof off time, immature, doesn't make sense. And a lot of these jobs here that I'm scrolling through, they're all over the United States and they're paying big money, right? There's a barbecue productions. They need content creator. There's a company in Salt Lake City paying $65,000 a year. Now, why am I bringing this up? These people at least know to hire directly, right? They know to hire directly. Because what's going to happen is a lot of you are going to show up to work one day and it's just going to be added to your list of tasks to do. What do I mean? I went to a restaurant earlier today and the service was terrible. I'm talking about like the tables were all dirty, the staff's standing around lollygagging, and me and a couple of adults who could have just sat down and ate and had a good lunch were like, yeah, let's go somewhere else. People who are on the lower spectrum of work are thinking they should be paid more. So they're going to do less at work because they should be paid more. No one's going to pay you more till you do more, right? On the other end of that spectrum, if you have a lot of people who sit in the office at $35,000, $50,000 a year, and they're on Facebook all day, they're on the internet all day, they're chatting up all day. Let me tell you something. A lot of these, what's going to happen in, I would say, October, November, December, is a lot of people are going to realize their company's going to start dumping 3 to 4 times more stuff on them. I don't know if you've seen those videos where all the women and men are complaining all the time that they're doing such a good job, their boss gave them other people's work. Yeah, that's the future of a lot of jobs. They're going to say, oh, this guy's done with work early every day. Oh, let me give you some more. Let me give you some more. And people say, well, I shouldn't be rewarded as a good worker by getting more work. I agree with you. I 100% agree with you. But a company, let's say a company hires 10 people. And out of the 10, it's always 20/80. There's 2 that are slugs. The other 8 are go-getters. What happens is eventually more work piles on the other 8 go-getters. It just does. And unfortunately, it happens often like that, right? And what's unfortunate is as a lot of these creators, like prime example, Cody Sanchez, she just shows up. There's already people putting the data together. There's already people putting the room together for the social media, the recordings. She's just showing up and they're throwing the content together. Rachel Hollis, who had like 200 employees, maybe like 24 months ago. And then everything fell over because she cheated on her husband. And then that's a whole nother thing, but let's leave that alone. She had 200 employees. There were always people coming up with ideas, books, merch, content. It was like a giant content house. Basically what it was, that office came up with something, came up with tours, came up with activities. I mean, again, I can read one of the job descriptions I was looking at earlier because I was trying to put out an Indeed job description to get somebody. And I'm going to pull this one up. Let me see if I can read it off. Let me see. All right. So some of the stuff they'll do. I mean, I'm literally just listen to this long list of stuff. They're developing, curating, publishing, engaging, writing, multimedia content. They're providing ideals, taking photography. They're filming footage. They're adding captions. They're doing hashtags. They're going on multiple social media platforms. They're assisting with newsletters, email campaigns. They're keeping up with family and friends on events. They're working close with alumni programs, an alumni manager. They're attending alumni events, collecting photos, videos, and interviews. They're creating engaging content across various channels, including white papers, guides, case studies, blogs, email, social media content, responsible for designing and editing. Good googly moogly. Okay. On top of it, and that's just half of it. I just read half of it. And what's happening is the responsibilities are extremely long. This person will get paid $20 to $30 an hour and it's part-time. Okay. Now there's a couple other ones I saw for 65K, but even if you look at other jobs, like there's this one job here in Round Rock, it's paying $114,000 for content creator for the year. $114,000. Boy, they're gonna work you. Okay. Now, why is this important? Why am I bringing this up? Why does this matter in our conversation today? Why is this a part of the Wartime CEO? A lot of people believe they should be getting paid 80 to 100K a year, but do they provide that level of value and that level of service? Most people are what they're going to do is they're going to try to show up and do the least possible. Right? A lot of people have been taught that they should have an office inside job where they're complaining, they're gossiping, they're taking a long time at lunch, they're on their phone multiple times a day. Oh, I have kids, Eric, I got to be on my phone. And what's happening, the shift that's going to happen around November is as you see layoffs increase, as you see them finally start saying the word after the election that we're maybe in a recession or whatever, companies are going to be squeezing you. And a lot of people already feel the squeeze, but not everybody does, right? So even if somebody pulls you into their office at, let's say, 75,000, they're going to give you the work of two people. And I told y'all this. I was at a conference for affordable housing. And this is a very important conference. We're there. I'm talking to this one woman, and she was saying how she kept begging the company, I need more people. I need more people. I'm doing work at night when I go home. I'm doing work on the weekends. And one day I said, you guys got to hire 3 or 4 more people to help me. And she said, I couldn't take anymore, so I quit. I said, okay, what happened? She said, as soon as I quit, they hired 6 women to replace me. And she was at the conference, and she could see the 6 women that they had hired. They made them all attend the conference to catch up to what she already knew. Now imagine that one woman was doing the job of 6 people. That's how much. That's why I want y'all to understand these companies. You're going to say, Erica, that's not fair. Shame on that company. Oh, for sure. All of that. But this is why people started kind of switching over to agency mode, right? Where they would just pay the agency a flat fee once a month, right? I'm gonna pay this guy $1,000 to do my emails and my this. Well, what happens is on the other side, the guy who has the agency realizes what type of business owner they have. Oh, well, if you bump it up an extra $1,000, I can do this. Eventually, and some of the things I've been taught in some of these trainings is like, oh, if you bump up, and I'll add all these other services, and you just pay me $5K a month, and I'll get all this knocked out the way. Now, the whole time you don't realize they've got a gang of people over at their office at this agency who are working on at least 15 to 20 companies at any given time. So let's say they're charging you 10K a month, and they're just saving you a lot of headache because you're a swamp business owner. You need to hire. You're not doing what you need to do. So you're just gonna kind of lean on all these people for that, right? Until you get the time to hire, which is an excuse, but let's just go there, right? So they're paying this agency 10K a month. The agency has about 15 companies at any given time, 15 to 20 companies that they're working with. So that company's making $150,000 to $200,000 a month with a couple employees who are running around doing what? Maybe 5 employees who are doing the work of all these companies where they should have hired somebody because they didn't hire somebody, right? Their staff is just doing the back end work that business owner could do. So that business owner now is like, ooh, I'm so glad I paid that one agency 10K. Now they're going to pay this other agency 2K over here for ads. Then they're going to pay this other agency some other money, never knowing how much some of this stuff really costs because they refuse to what? Hire. Right? Instead of them paying 10K a month to this one agency, they probably could have hired 2 or 3 people part-time and got the same effects, but they don't know, right? So you have 2 different things going on right now in the marketplace. You have inbound marketing and outbound marketing. And why is that important? I was on Grant Cardone's live. I looked at it and I said, oh yeah, this is great information. We'll be at some event in July, right? The live ended. Someone from the Cardone Ventures staff called my phone. Hey, we saw you commented on the live. I didn't answer, so this is voicemail. Saw you commented on the live. We looked in our database, realized we had Erica Williams in our database, and we're calling you. I'm like, holy crap, that's crazy. So not only did they do a live, they had their staff watching the live, responding to comments in the live. And as they saw my name, which is on the thing, Erica Williams, right? And I commented about the event they have in July. They went, look, somebody's in the office typing. Okay, Erica Williams. How many Erica Williamses do we got? Okay, call them all. Shit. You know what I mean? So who knows how many Erica Williamses they call with the same information? You never know, right? And so I'm telling you, when people will say, I'm going to start this business from my house in my garage and I'm going to quit from my job, I always tell you, that's why the thumbnail has multiple ninjas fighting one man. You got to be ready to have multiple ninjas ready to fight on your behalf. You got to have multiple ninjas, even if it's part-time, pushing the narrative for your company. If there's no book you ever read Gary Keller's The One Thing. Everybody you add to the, like, what's the goal of the company, right? The goal of the company is to get, I mean, you can make the number outrageous. Let's be really honest, make it outrageous. Hey man, this year we're going to make $50 million, right? Now, don't discourage the company. You may have to say in a 5-year window, we're going to make $50 million, right? Just to kind of not discourage the staff and make them give up. But you got to be like, all right, guys, we need to reach out to 30,000 people a month, right? Now your staff looking at you crazy, like, how are we going to do that? We're going to make content. We're going to make videos. We're going to make, Facebook groups. We're going to do all kind of stuff, outreach. You have to understand, like, you're out here in a sea of people competing. But that's the thing. It's not too little. It's plenty out here to compete with. It's plenty out here money to get. And so when people act like, oh, content creation, oh, inbound marketing, like prime example, I was talking with a guy who's in tech, and they were talking about real salespeople do outbound marketing, right? Which is, let's just go there. It's old school. It's like the original OG. Let me knock on doors. Let me cold call. Let me run around and beg. That's old school. The new school is inbound marketing. Why do you think all these channels exist on YouTube? Why do you think all these real estate agents make content on how you can buy a home? Now, a lot of them are doing doom and gloom stuff because that makes money, but the real smart ones are going, hey, and I'm going to give it to you like this. If you're a real estate person and you're watching my channel, and this is the number one tip, if you come out here and say how to buy a home with under $20,000, under $10,000 in this market, or if you create a program that says all the down payment assistance programs available in the United States right now, and you put that in a freaking PDF and sell that, you will make tons of money. You know why? Because every state has hundreds of them. And there was a creator, I was always promoting their stuff on the page because I was like, do you understand every state has hundreds of home down payment assistance programs? There's over 5,000 mortgage programs in America right now. If you were able to put some type of PDF together and sell that, and let me even take it a next step. If you were able to give affiliates 50% of that, do you know how much they would push that information for you? I go on Gumroad daily, and I don't always do it, but there's somebody helping me do it. And we look up people from social media who have courses to sell, and they're on Gumroad. And all you got to do is search the Gumroad affiliate part. And if they choose that option, you get 10% of whatever you sell for them, right? And so what happens is people are always saying, Erica, I need a new way to make money. I need a new way to money. I'm like, dude, everything I put in that digital real estate course, it works. Hands down, it works. Hands down, it puts money in your pocket. There's like 5 links from ClickBank right now that I'm using, and different other Facebook groups that I created. It works because it works. And what happens is you have a sea of people writing blogs, writing articles, SEO, making review videos. Look on Fiverr. People will take money to do a review video for you. That's just an example. If you want to make a YouTube channel that is just reviewing people, you could do that on Fiverr. I'm just telling you, there's a million ways to make content and get paid for it. There's a million ways to grow out in this marketplace. And you just have to decide if you're going to do inbound marketing or outbound marketing. You have to decide if you're going to be some type of agency that solves the tired and stressed out business owner, because 90% of business owners just get up and be like, I'm going to just run this business. Forgetting about systems, forgetting about payroll, forgetting about taxes, forgetting about structure, forgetting about systems. So if you can do any of those other stuff, right? Because everybody hates working for other people. But if they come underneath you and say, hey, listen, I'd love to do all your books, your payroll, and also get you some systems in there for $5K. What do you think? Oh, I don't know. I need to think on it. And what you're selling at that point is, don't you want your business to make more money? Don't you want to be relieved? Aren't you tired of taking all this time away from your family to look at books and look at this and look at QuickBooks? You know what I'm saying? Like DC Johnson. Super funny. But I'm serious. This is a real thing, y'all. Like, the more I'm out here, these 18 to 23-year-olds, I put a post up from Ryan Stewman. All these people learn about e-com businesses and all this stuff and coaching and content creation. They're going to be, their business might go out of business next year. Yeah, but these kids are going to keep on going. They know the new way to make money. And like, even the funniest thing is I know one guy whose business, he was tired basically, and he sold it. Once everything's all said and done, he walked away about 800,000. He bought a couple rentals. He's been straight chilling between Costa Rica and Panama ever since, because the cost of living there is so low. So he bought a couple rentals on the East Coast, and he's been chilling. And now he wants to do something new now. But at the end of the day, like, when people talk about America, so America's so terrible, and I'm like, dude, America's one of the easiest places to make money. If you think you're going to leave America and go sell coconuts in Costa Rica and live off that, God bless you. God bless your parents, because they didn't do a good job. If you think you're going to pick your kids up and homeschool them and you don't even know if they can read or write, and you're going to go live in a foreign country, God bless you. But what we have right now is a lot of complainers. And in the next 2 years, the people that are, oh my God, America is so expensive. The taxes, I had to pay $100 for my child's school supplies. These immigrant people looking at you like, that's a damn shame, you lazy bum. I'm telling y'all, it's gonna be. Listen, I got a nice documentary coming out for you guys this August. You'll love it. You'll laugh. You'll enjoy. But I'm being very transparent. Like, they are setting it up right now. I see it. A lot of people, if you pay attention, if you just step back for a little bit, even though the out here economy seems to slow a little bit, you're gonna see a push for moms. Like, all these moms cooking from home. It's gonna be so popular in the next year or two. Look at me cooking at home. I saw this black woman, post a video like, hey, I do meal prep at my house with my girlfriends and we all cook together because it's cheaper than going out. Like, they're going to start framing it again where I host parties at my house because it's cheaper. It's cheaper to cook spaghetti and grill out and have a cookout at your house than it is for you to go out to the club. That's basically what these people are saying. And that's good. I'm not knocking it, but they're going to try to reframe the conversation like, oh, I love hosting people at my house. Why go out and have a brunch where we all spend $80 to $100 every brunch when I can just spend $50 on some real food, some brats and some hamburgers, and everybody chip in at the cookout. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're going to start reframing the conversation very quickly. They're going to be reframing the conversation. A lot of these parents are going to start saying, oh, I love that my kids stay home with me. They work and they save money because generational wealth. Instead of saying, oh, they can't afford to move out. Well, you as their parent don't have any money to put on a down payment for an apartment. That's the true answer. Same thing with these people in their 40s and 50s. Oh, I don't want a house. A house is so responsible, and the bills, and it's not even smart to own a house. What they're telling you, in their 40s and 50s, they are excited about a brand new apartment. They're excited from hopping around from side of town to town. And again, everybody's not meant to own a home, right? That's what landlords are for, right? Everybody's not meant to be own a home. And I want you to understand, like, I stopped by one of the hamburger places here. It's P. Terry's. My trainer always make jokes about it. We were in the car with another person, and P. Terry's had put a little note in the bags, and it said, hey, thank you for being a value customer, but the chicken went up 41% in January alone. Hence, we no longer have the like, they make these like organic chicken local patties or whatever. We ain't gonna have no chicken patties for a month, right? And they put on the sign they're gonna have grilled cheese sandwiches, and they're gonna have chicken nuggets because they could get the like organically made chicken nuggets from the same processor, cheaper than the patties, right? And I laughed because I was like, imagine having to put a note in the bag and explain, please don't be mad at our restaurant. Chicken went up 41%. Organic, healthy chicken went up 41% in 1 month. Right? So when I sit here and tell you, you better go get to know a farmer, and girls are on TikTok about, man, everybody wants to be a farmer all of a sudden. Watch these people who have eggs and chickens at their house that people make fun of. They're going to be like, hey, girl, can I buy some eggs from you? Can I buy a chicken? Can I buy something? That's going to be a very normal conversation. So I said to y'all last video, there's going to be people who are forced outside the house with outside skills. no matter what it is, roofing, anything blue collar. And then there's going to be people forced inside with skill. They're going to figure out, they make these computers, or they're going to have to figure out how to be somebody's, what we call middleman to millions in this class, right? They're going to figure out how to squeeze in and help somebody's business grow more. That's where they're at, right? All these people talking about they're going to buy somebody's business in the middle and do what with it? You're going to buy somebody's business and do what? Be stuck in there every day like a job. Unless you know how to put management in place and put agencies in place and be willing to take a smaller chunk. Because if I show you multiple those people saying, oh, I bought businesses, they always tell you they only make like $5,000 a month off that business. I'm only making like $60K a year off that business a year, positive profit in their pocket. So if I told you bought a business, you only pull home $60K a year, are you excited about that? I mean, put that in the comments. Let me double check, because I don't want to be so out of touch as somebody sent me an email. If you bought a business and you had to get an SBA loan and you had to go through the hoops and paperwork, and that business gave you an extra $5K a month for every year for the next 5 years, is that worth it to you? Because a lot of people think, I'm gonna buy this business, I'm never gonna have to be in there, I'm gonna do whatever. I was at the Hot Work sauna the other day, and I know it takes a 30-second delay, so I'm letting y'all put the answer in there if that's worth it to you. I was at sauna, and it's a Hot Work sauna. It's called Hot Works, and they have bicycles and row machines inside little sauna rooms. The couple that owned it, because I had noticed the past week or two there have been some repairs that were needed. The couple that owns it were in there with their 4 sons and 1 daughter. And they were all wiping down the machines and cleaning the place up and doing everything they could and fixing the door and tinkering with stuff in there and like, let me fix this, and oh God, let me fix that. Let me help fix this thing. And I was watching as their kids were over there like wiping down the doors and wiping down the handles. And I'm not certain how much Hot Works kicks off to them. I'm pretty sure it kicks off a healthy amount. But once in a while, every other Saturday or so, I see the whole crew come out and they're cleaning, right? Because franchises aren't always super cheap, but they're there. Ty, look, I already knew Ty was going to say it. It's not worth it, but understanding the process we work to teach others. There you go, Ty. There you go. Because see, when you say 5,000, it really means you're going to have to be giving it more attention than y'all think. I'm just letting y'all know, like the one lady bought a accounting firm and then a daycare. You're pretty much gonna have to give almost all your profits to the workers to make sure those things run, unless you're gonna dip in there. But Ty, I knew where you're going with that, Ty. Yeah, it isn't. It depends on where you're at in life, really, too. On paper, it may be worth it, because then a bank goes, oh, they own this company. They own this company. And now you can get more loans off of it. That's part of it, right? Same thing when you own real estate debt free. It's you own it debt free, but you may not be getting high rent from it. But on paper, to a bank, it's more valuable. That's all. So again, I have a friend who works with Section 8 houses and HUD and stuff like that. And she literally pays a young lady, she could be taking home off of the residential living assistance $43,000 a month. But instead, she peels off a young lady $10,000 of that a month, and she basically runs all the houses and checks on the staff and makes sure the houses are clean and make sure the cleaners are going by and making sure things are happening like they're supposed to. And that allows the other young lady who actually owns the place to make 30 something or less. We'll just say or less, that she sits aside because in case of emergencies. And that young lady's happy to take that 10K, right? She's happy to take that 10K a month and be the boss and be the big manager and be the big lady on campus. Do you know what I'm saying? There's a young man here that was over the WeWorking spaces, and he was the manager over 3 locations. And when he realized how much less he was getting paid than others, he went and got a different job somewhere else. But he was so happy during the pandemic, during 2002. He was like, Erica, I'm managing 3 buildings. I'm like, oh, that's so amazing. And he started doing that math on how much it pays. All right. He realized, oh crap. So yeah, I just always want to tell people, like, there's a very much glamour to, I'm going to own a business. I'm going to buy a business off somebody. And I just want you to understand, like, that comes with something. It doesn't come free. Comes with a little bit of your time too, right? I know a man who makes 80K a year of UPS stores, and he complains all the time about them because they make him attend once a year trainings on the UPS stores. And I just always go, man, you're not even in there. There's grown adults working it every day. You only show up a little bit. So it depends on the person. Again, personal finance is personal. I don't want y'all being like, she's so out of touch. She doesn't realize that's a lot of money. And I'm like, I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying, as you look at the grand scheme of things, when you start adding a wife or a husband and kids and parents that may need healthcare issues, I just want you to just think about the grand scheme of things. All money ain't great money, right? So what was my other one I had on here? Oh, kicked off platforms. Okay. Somebody was talking about yeah, the egg yolks from farmers are orange. Oh, you already know. Completely different eggs. What was my other one? Sorry, y'all got me thrown off. Oh, a kicked off platform. So one of the companies that is in this mastermind group I'm in, they made $1 million last month off TikTok Shop. And what ended up happening is they got kicked off the platform because what? Their 3PL service did bad work. Again, everybody wants to delegate everything away from themselves. And you guys will notice me posting pictures and videos on the community wall about people owning their own warehouses. Some of these YouTubers owning their own supplies and they ship them out themselves and all that stuff like that. A lot of these YouTubers go into offices outside of their home, separate from their home. And I'll keep posting those and sharing those. And I just want you to see eventually, right? You start off super creative, you do this niche thing, and then in order for it to like safely scale and not destroy your home life, destroy your house, destroy where you live and all this other stuff in your family, you move it to a more business central location. That's why when everybody's like, oh yeah, these offices are going to crash to nothing. And I'm like, no, not really. No, not really. Like literally one of the co-working spaces I stopped by, she was like, oh, ma'am, I'm so sorry. 2 of the offices I thought I had available left for you to look at, they're actually just got booked up today. I'm like, who booked them up? She was like, oh, it's summertime. And all the men that work from home don't want to be around the kids and work during the day. So they come book a co-working space, book a whole office to be away from them kids. Okay. So you have to understand ebbs and flows of the economy, 1, and 2, how much work are people really getting done from home? I told y'all this before, like maybe a year and a half ago. They're going to start offering different pay. They're going to offer people who come in the office 75 to 90,000 a year. They're going to offer people who working from home 50,000 or, something low. Or they're going to just start stacking up so much shit on you while you work from home. You're going to be like, I want out of this. I'm quitting this job. I'm getting away from this job. They're going to be doing a lot of that. I don't know. I've seen there's actually 3 new spaces tie in that Fayetteville area. If I were you, I would focus on somewhere like a Charlotte or a Raleigh. Just if you could buy a building, it'd be easier probably to get a whole building. Because I just noticed 3 co-working spaces opened up in Fayetteville. I was like, okay, look at y'all doing something out here. But that'll be everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Because some people are going to move home because it's cheaper to be a family. They're going to try to, they worked in the coffee shop, but the coffee shop's getting too crowded now. It's ebbs and flows. And so people are going to be more receptive to buying buildings. I know you don't think that's true, but a lot of these YouTubers who create products and physical products and services, books, shirts, whatever, they're going to be needing these warehouses. Again, all those fitness YouTubers you guys saw in Houston, Texas, buying up all those warehouse spaces, it just trickles down to all kind of areas, right? Same thing with studios. But part of what I hope you guys are getting out of this Wartime CEO series is that you need to be able to either earner or owner. You need to increase your earning, or you need to figure out how to be an owner of your time, your money, or producing other people to get money into your pocket. Again, I'm a reference one more time that book. The one thing by Gary Keller is many people you can get on your team, right? Now you're going to say, Erica, it's so hard to get good workers or loyal workers. You got to understand, as the economy shifts and you're paying somebody and you're sending them to conferences and you're giving them, gifts here and there every quarter or whatever, it increases their loyalty to you, right? And you also got to realize we're all fighting for the same thing. You're not here making me rich. We're here to get the company numbers up. We're here to make the company more money. And as the company makes more money, we send you to more vacations, we send you to more events, we send you to more conferences. You see what I'm saying? Your goal has to kind of edge their goal more. I saw this lady with 5 women that come in part-time. Like, and the reason I keep telling y'all this, I know y'all think it's like, okay, that may be beyond some of us, but the Budgetnista had 18 people on her team. Now you see the Budgetnista, you thinking it's okay, it's the Facebook group, it's conferences, it's books. It's 18 people on staff to make that what it is, on top of Jabril running millions of dollars in ads. So when you think I'm just gonna come out here, me by myself and maybe one VA, I mean, you can pull in. Listen, I've told y'all a million times. You can pull in 100K to 250K by yourself and one VA. You can almost get all the way up to $1 million to 2, or maybe 2 to 3 or 4 VAs. But everybody that you add on that team pushes that money up. This is why when people encourage y'all to have your credit together so that you could just have a credit card that swipes. Plastic used to be a great website for that, and pay your payroll to your staff. Right? There's a link I posted on the community wall where they have 8 virtual assistants for $1,500 a month. Well, now first thing in your head is like, what do I have for my company for 8 virtual assistants to do in a month? What would I even have for them to do? Right? So that's the thing. People have to be really honest with themselves. What is it you think your company does? Is it a content company? Is it an online marketing company? Is it a physical products company? Is it a what? What type of company is it? And who's your customer? If it's business to business, there's millions of businesses out there. So your staff can always be reaching out. Prime example, this one girl, her LinkedIn person reaches out to like 100 people on LinkedIn a day with like a personal message. Right? I'm pretty sure she used LinkedIn Sales Navigator, but she reaches out with a personal message because it can't just be her. Like right now, I'm getting kicked off. Every time I make a comment on Instagram, it's getting flagged, like automatically. So guess what? No problem, Instagram. No problem. I'm going to find 5 other people to push my message. I'm going to find 5 other content creators to review me. I'm going to find, 10, 20 different promo pages. I'm just going to have to work around what you don't want me to have. And that's really what people don't understand is happening on parts of YouTube. Like, I'm not going to say no names because I don't want to get that drama, but like, there have been several YouTubers who got their pages taken down and can't get them back up. Nothing with the IPO, nothing with that IPN, that IP address, or anything tied to their LLC. Right? One dude got kicked off TikTok and he basically went and bought somebody's LLC and went back on there. You're going to have to learn to move around. These platforms can kind of do whatever they want. But if you got a team of people, 10, 12, 11, 13 people, all kind of pushing blogs and posts and comments and Facebook groups, you're taking it over. Simple as that. Ghostman King said, do you think the future of employment is going towards more contractual project-based hiring? Heck yeah. Even in the tech sector, when people are like, oh, they only had them for 90 days or 6 months. And I'm like, you made 15 grand for 6 months. Figure it out. Right? Tam and some of which I'll see if Tamika Reed can come back on, but Tamika Reed was talking about it, and I was just like, imagine complaining about getting paid, 12 to 15K a month for 6 months. Oh, the project's over. I have to find another job. This mindset, this old mindset of I just have one job and I just stay here for 4, 5, 6, 7 years. That dog don't hunt no more. I have a friend who's been at IBM over 20 years, and like she's been there 19 years, and then the last 3 years, when IBM split, they put her with the other company. So she's now been at this other company, making even more money. And I'm like, girl, you making all this money. Why are you complaining? Right? But what happens is things once tasted now become necessities, right? Once the companies let you work remote and paid you well, I deserve even more money. Do you? Are you that valuable to the company? Right? And so several of the people I know went out and tried to apply for other jobs, and it took months of them not getting a job to be like, oh, let me appreciate the company I'm at. Let me appreciate it. You best do that, because a lot of people haven't done the other side of this. The other side of you make a good amount of money, you need to be having it into assets, because we're an asset-based society. If you quit working tomorrow, what pays you? So, all right, you guys, I'm not going to beat you over the head with it, but this is another segment from Wartime CEO. I really want you guys to go online. This is my other phone up too. I want you to go online. I want you to look up Indeed job descriptions and see how much stuff they're requesting you to do in a day. And if you ever want to hire somebody for your company, just copy some of those Indeed job postings. But definitely realize, like, if people can slack off at work and they figure out a fast way to do all their work by like noon, they'll do it. And that's why people keep throwing on more and more work and more work. And but to be honest with you, if somebody does amazing work for you and they ask for a raise, give them a little raise. But if they ask for like this giant number, they're getting ready to leave anyway. They're just getting ready to leave anyway. So what's funny is I've had 4 people now reach back out to me to come work for me again because it didn't work out where they were. And I'm like, oh no, good luck to you. No disrespect. I just am like, no, that's you wanted to go find something better. You found it. Let me know how that works out for you. Right. So again, around August, you guys will see some of the documentary stuff I'm filming right now. But I want you to understand, like, things are changing. The market's changing a little bit, but you should every day be making your money move. Check out Diamond Dave or somebody like that. Making your money move, either stock market, either real estate, or something. All my tenants in Detroit magically started paying their rent on time because they feel that crunch of like, getting you out of here. Right. And nowhere in town is cheap anymore. So they know the market has changed. And this will be the same when it comes to real estate. This will be the same when it comes to job market. People are going to start paying attention. They're like, oh man, my job's making me do more and more and more and more stuff. Yeah. Yeah. They're going to figure out either we're going to make sure you're busy all day, or they're going to pull in, multiple people that get paid less than you. Because as people feel the word recession really grow, people are willing to take a job for less pay, unfortunately. So anyway, this is your girl Erica from the Classic On blog. I'm getting in so I can get these walking clothes off, and I hope you guys have a great night. I hope you guys had your questions answered. If you have any other questions, drop them in the chat. I'm gonna wait for 30 seconds. I just want to thank you, Ray Gunn, for the $2 super chat. If there's anybody's question I missed, I'm sorry, but drop in the comments right now. You got a 30-second delay. We'll wait for a second here on that. But yeah, that's our show today about Wartime CEO. They're gonna stack y'all up. They're gonna make y'all content creators. They're gonna make you film commercials at your job. They're gonna load up your work. You're gonna be contacting people. You're gonna be doing 2 people's jobs, and they're gonna make sure of it. So anyway, I don't see any comments coming up. Let me see. I don't see any questions came in the chat. So I think I'm good. Let me see what else. Did I miss it? Okay, nope. So anyways, you guys, this is your girl Erica, Classic Climb blog. Have a wonderful evening.